Hello, I'm Kyle. Welcome to my artist channel. This episode is the second part of this series. Today I'm going to introduce my decoration series. Hope you will enjoy it.
This video is sponsored by my bank account.
Before introducing the decoration series, I would like to talk about this work. This work is the 8th in this experimental portrait series that I mentioned in last episode. When I made this work, I wanted to add more different glow-in-the-dark colors besides the original glow-in-the-dark colors. Because the original glow-in-the-dark colors is yellow-green, even though it's the brightest glow-in-the-dark color so far, it makes the painting a lot of limits. Therefore, I hope to add more colors change to my work. So I started to make my own glow-in-the-dark pigments and tried to make them in different thickness. Because it was my first time working with a glow-in-the-dark pigment, I made too much paint. There will be a little extra pigment left over after each use. So I think it's pity to throw it away. However, the pigment will dry out if I leave it too long. So I collect all the remaining pigments in the same box. After the pigment dried, I found the result was surprisingly good. So I started to create the abstract decoration series. It's pity that all the works from the early years were not shipping back to Taiwan because there were too many things when I graduated from UK. The photos of this work were also lost when I changed my smartphone. This is the only one photo of the test at that time. But at that time, besides the abstract technique, I also tried multi-layer technique. I was inspired by the Japanese artist Ryusuke Hukakuri, forgive my pronunciation. He used epoxy resin to paint layer after layer, which makes me think that I can add to this abstract decoration work. These works are a series that I have been working for the past 2 years, and they are similar to the recent popular painting called fluid painting. But I think we have two differences. First, I use glow-in-the-dark pigment, so my work will glow when the lights are off. Secondly, as I mentioned earlier, most of my work is not a single layer, but a multi-layer pigment with several layers of epoxy resin. So I think there's still a difference in the appearance of the image. Undeniably, I also use cup and pour way, but I was not inspired by the fluid painting. It was the way I handled the earlier remaining pigment that inspired me to do this. I just accidentally used the same way as the fluid painting. But I'm not the only one person who used this method. Besides the fluid method, sometimes I also use the painting or the paste method, because I want to create more of my own approach and idea in my work.